Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a full-blown tutorial using all new makeup products. The majority of these products are going to be affordable, so you definitely don't want to miss it. And I actually also use, I think the main star of the show is the new Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette that just launched, the Divine Neutrals palette. So before we get started, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Also hit that post notification bell so you never miss a video, because I always got you guys covered on the latest on all things beauty, which you don't want to miss. Also, don't forget to follow me on my other platforms, Instagram and TikTok, of the Mexican Beauty, because whenever I'm not here, you guys can find me there. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into this makeup tutorial. First things first, we're going to begin with a little bit of some serum. I'm going to be trying out this Peach and Lily Glass Skin Refining Serum. This is new to me. It's not new to the market. I've heard amazing things about Peach and Lily. I actually use their exfoliator scrub for my KP. I do suffer from KP on my arms. Who else has KP? Let me know down below, because it's a struggle. But anyways, yeah, so I'm gonna be using the serum, and I like to apply it before I start my eye makeup, because while I do my eye makeup, it really gives it time to really kind of sink into the skin. It has a nice like tacky consistency, and it doesn't have a scent, which is definitely good if you do have like sensitive skin. This does contain peach extract and peptide complex. It's supposed to keep your skin hydrated, and it's also supposed to help calm, brighten, and firm the skin. So that's good news. I will continue using that and keep you guys updated on how it performs, but that looks nice. Now we're gonna be moving on to the star of the show. Last week, Morphe and Jaclyn Hill launched their Divine Neutrals palette, and I went to the Morphe store and picked it up, and I was like, these colors are right up my alley. So I've actually been using it nonstop, and they're very, very pigmented. This palette does retail for $18. You can right now find it on Morphe's website and also in the Morphe stores. I'm sure they're gonna carry it at Ulta sooner than later, because I feel like they always do that. But for right now, it's at Morphe. So the first shade I'm gonna go ahead and start off with is the shade Good Vibe. Actually, no, Just Barely is like the perfect transition color. So I'm gonna be taking that all over my crease and kind of really placing that all throughout. I feel like it's like the perfect starting base, so that's why I really liked it. Then we're gonna go in with Good Vibes. You guys can probably see which colors I've been using the most. Good Vibes is a pretty like warm brown. It's warm, but it's still more on the, it's kind of like a tan, I would say. A tan tone. You guys can see how together those colors look really nice, and they don't look too intense. I feel like these colors build up really nicely. The next color we're gonna go in with is Booked. And Booked is kind of like a warm red brown, I would say, in my opinion. It has like a little hint of like red in there. I want to do like a little bit of a cut crease moment. I feel like I haven't done something like that in a while. I'm gonna try to do it a little bit, nothing too intense. And I'm just gonna take, then I'm just gonna take a fluffy brush and just kind of blend everything out a little bit further, so there's a little bit of a diffused finish and not too harsh, especially on this side right here. I don't like there to be too much of a harsh look, just because it can make the look just be very, very strong. You guys can see the difference between there and there. It's always so important to have a good fluffy brush, like a big fluffy brush. I'm using this one from Tres Luce Beauty by Becky G. I saw that she just came out with blushes and I think a highlight kit, and the blushes look really pretty. I'm not sure if they're powder or if they are cream, but they look so stunning. Definitely gonna have to check out some of those. Her eyeliners are amazing. I have been so obsessed with the blue liner that I purchased from Tres Luce. It is so good. Okay, so now we're gonna be moving on to our lid, and I need to figure out which color I wanna take. Do I wanna take this or that? I've been playing a lot with All Luxe and Birthday Suit. I love Birthday Suit. That's like my go-to fall shade, like a really pretty gold. It's like my go-to fall and winter shade. But I kind of want to go for Drippin', just because I feel like it's a little bit more of like a statement. So I think I'm gonna take Drippin', and then if I don't like it, I can just kind of go over top with the shade Birthday Suit that I've been obsessed with. So I'm just gonna take that. I'm not gonna lie, when I saw this palette, immediately I thought, Thanksgiving. This is giving Thanksgiving. Like, look at this. Definitely a moment. And now what I wanna do is I wanna go and do my little wing that I like to do at the ends of my eye looks. I feel like that has been such a trend for me. And also I just like the fact that I don't have to worry too much about going all the way in. And also with lash extensions, it's just better to just do the little wings and the ends with eyeshadow. So this palette goes up to this shade. It doesn't have a black shade or anything like that. It just has a really dark brown. And I actually really love it because I feel like we always get a eyeshadow palette with like that black in there. And it's really stunning, but I feel like it kind of can sometimes scare people who are just getting into makeup. So I think them going from this light shade all the way to this dark brown is a really nice like piece for them with their mattes. And of course, I do want to go in and do a brow bone highlight before we finish. I want to talk about this shade right here. This color is stunning. It's not a completely matte color. It does have a little tiny bit of like very, very tiny like shimmer, not shimmer, but like little flexes of like glitter, but it doesn't go on glittery. You guys will see. Like it goes on matte, but it's kind of like a, I don't even know what to call it. I really love how this shade looks as a brow bone highlight. It is so pretty. I love a good brow bone highlight moment because it just really defines that area between the brow and the rest of the eyeshadow. So now we're gonna be moving on to complexion. So for complexion, I just got in this product by e.l.f. It's their Holy Hydration Face Cream. I've tried the original and I really did enjoy it, but now they have it with Sunscreen 30, which I love because I love when I get like a 2-in-1, my moisturizer and my sunscreen, because I feel like I can just do it all at once, but I'm sure it's gonna be just as good as the original one. It's a very rich consistency, which I think will be great for the winter and fall season because our skin is going to begin to get very dry as the colder months approach. My skin feels so hydrated right now. It's actually amazing. Now we're gonna move on to foundation. I don't have a new foundation that I want to talk about. I think I'm just gonna use one that I've been enjoying. This is the Neutrogena CC Cream, the Flawless Matte. This stuff is so good, and I feel like not a lot of people are talking about this, but it is really, really good. So if you haven't checked it out, I highly recommend you check it out because it honestly gives you like the prettiest finish, and I'm just here for it. It covers everything it needs to cover. It's a CC cream, but it honestly gives you like the coverage of a foundation. This works great with a brush or a sponge, but honestly, if you have oily skin, I recommend applying it with this sponge in particular. This is the Real Techniques Air Blend Sponge. This is like my holy grail sponge when I want like a really nice matte application. It just really does a beautiful job of making my skin look completely airbrushed and beautiful. And now we're gonna move on to our concealer. So I actually have a new concealer that I want to talk about, and that is the one by Item Beauty. I actually did a review on their, where is it? Their mascara over on TikTok and Instagram, and I actually love this. Right now I have lash extensions, but when I don't, I have tiny lashes, and this is the best mascara for tiny lashes. It is perfection. You guys have to watch my Reel/TikTok because I talk about it, but they saw my video and they reached out and they sent me their concealers, and I was so excited because I really do like the brand. I have 2 of their lip glosses and they're so pretty. The one that I use the most and that I've had longer is the shade Come Through, and I just purchased this pink one in the shade Hey Y'all. So these 2 have been so great. They smell phenomenal and they work so nicely on the lips, very hydrating. So I'm taking the concealer in this shade 240, and I'm just going to be applying this on the under eyes. Consistency is so good. It blends so easily and it gives you great coverage immediately. And it doesn't feel like you have anything on, which I also love. I think this is great for people that do have those very dry under eyes, that don't want anything heavy but want something that'll blend easily and work well with a powder. So I'm just gonna be taking this brush by e.l.f. and the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop powder that I love so much. If I can open this. And this is in the shade medium, the powder, you guys can see. And I'm just going to set the concealer, but instead of swiping, I'm just going to press right where I tend to crease. So my little fine lines right there, I'm just gonna press on them so that I can go ahead and not have any issues with that later on. And because the concealer is so lightweight, it really does a beautiful job of not looking cakey underneath of the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop powder. Do you see how lightweight this looks? Like, it looks so healthy and lightweight. It makes the biggest difference and it does not feel heavy at all. For brush, I'm just using the e.l.f. Flawless Concealer Brush. You can also use this for cream products, but I prefer to use it to set the under eyes with a pressed powder. And of course, NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop shade medium. This is my go-to, which you guys can tell because I've hit pan very intensely, and I typically don't do that within the first 2 months of me buying a product, so I'm very happy with that. Now we can move on to our blush and bronzer. I think I want to first start off with bronzer. So I'm going to talk about this bronzer right here. It's from the brand ELALUZ. This is a Latina-owned brand, and they just started carrying this brand at Ulta, so I had to check it out. So I was really curious to try this brand. They have these contour, like cream bronzer type of thing, and I picked this up in the shade Super Yummy Natural. I was trying to see what it is. And I'm just gonna be placing this all throughout. I actually really like this contour. I feel like it blends so easily and it's very like natural once blended. I feel like the color may, you know, intimidate you a little bit and be like, ooh, that looks like it's gonna be too dark or like too intense, but it ends up blending super nicely on the face. They also have, I wanna say, lip products, and what else do they have? I think they had like a little palette that had like a blush and a highlighter. They were powder products, but this one caught my eye the most. Okay, next up I have here the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This one is part of their new collection. They came out with, I think, like just kind of like baked goods theme. This one is the coffee one. You guys know Physicians Formula always does like some really cutesy bronzers. Let me see if it smells like coffee. It does. It actually, I like it because it has like that little swirl that they put on the top of coffees when you go to buy them. Ooh, this is very pigmented. Let's see how it does. Ooh, okay. So the reason I'm going over the cream bronzers because as an oily skin person, I really like to go and set my cream products. I will say though, with Milani's bronzers, I would truly love to see more shades, more deeper tone shades, because I feel like their shade range in bronzer is not the best. So I would love to see that expand. I feel like a lot of people would love to see that expand as well, because they have great quality bronzers. They just need more shades. Now we're gonna do blush. So for blush, I have here these Makeup Revolution Fast Base blushes. They just came out with these. They did send these over to me and I was very intrigued. And then I also saw the Beauty Radar. She is an Instagram account and a TikTok account that I really enjoy her content. She has phenomenal dupes for like lipsticks and all that, so I would highly recommend. But she posted a reel with these, like swatching them, and I was like, wait, let me go look at that package that I got from Makeup Revolution, because now I gotta try these out because they look so creamy. So you can use these as blushes and you can also use these on your lips. So I'm trying to figure out what shade I'm going to use because these colors are fantastic. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and swatch all of them for you guys so that you guys can see them in action. So this one is in the shade Blush. I'm pretty sure it's called Blush. It's a really pretty pinky tone blush. Then this one is in the shade Rose. This one looks like a fun, like, summer moment. Yeah, that's definitely a pop. Ooh, this one's definitely summer. This one is in the color Bloom. The way these like swipe is phenomenal. These are like summer, like I'm going to Hawaii summer. And then we have here the shade Raspberry. This looks like a fall moment. Okay, this pigment is not playing. This is like the pigment of a lipstick. With these, just from what I'm seeing, less is more because the pigmentation is truly there. The last shade I have here is Bear. So we're gonna be going in. Bear is really pretty. It's a very, very wearable blush shade. I don't think I'm gonna go with Bear. I thought I was, but I think I'm gonna go in with the first shade we went in with. And that was Blush. Like always, I'm gonna be using my e.l.f. Putty brush. This brush is phenomenal for cream products. It really packs them on the skin without causing any type of sheerness, really giving them that full pigmentation. The product and putting it on the brush like that. And I'm gonna be applying this. Oh, this color is so pretty. I will say they are hydrating, so just keep that in mind. If you have oily skin, I would say go in and just add a little bit of some powder blush on top or powder it with translucent powder. We're gonna set this with powder because actually, let's go ahead and play with this guy again. I was really dreading it, but I mean, let's just try it. So I'm taking the Glowish Luminous Pressed Powder. This is a powder foundation, by the way. I did a review on it, but I have to say, I do think that these shades run more on the orange side, but I really wanted to love it. But maybe I'll love it right now because I'm about to try it with just a powder brush dusted all over the face or in some areas. Let me start off, just in case I don't like how it looks, let me start off up here, like on the forehead. Okay, so these are my thoughts on this. I think this will be great for somebody that does want a luminous finish. Whether you want to use this as a powder foundation or whether you want to use this as a finishing powder. If you want a luminous finish, you will like this because it gives you luminosity. It does give you a little bit of shimmer on the face, a little bit of like, I want to say there's a little pinch of glitter in here because it does give you a shimmery finish. If you have oily skin, you probably won't like this because you will look very dewy and radiant, in my opinion. I also would say that if you are planning on using this as a finishing powder, I would just use a fluffy brush to apply it. I wouldn't use a sponge to apply it unless you want a lot of pigmentation. And lastly, I would say make sure you get shade matched at Sephora or wherever you're buying this from because the shade you may think you are will probably be darker than what you are. So speaking of oily skin, I am gonna go ahead and set this with powder. I'm gonna be taking, of course, my NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop Pressed Powder in medium. And I'm gonna be going with the sponge again because I love this sponge. And I'm just gonna be setting all the areas where I look luminous. The amazing thing about this NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop powder is that it's so lightweight, so it does not make your makeup look cakey. Okay, so I'm gonna be taking these two brushes. First things first, this lower lash line brush that I love, the M508 by Morphe, and I'm gonna be taking the shade Good Vibes, which was that color that I used all over the crease. And I am just blending this out. And you guys see, like that's the perfect color to do the lower lash line if you don't want it to be too intense. You just kind of want it to give you a soft, like shadow underneath. Of course, I'm gonna be taking this small little guy. This is from the Morphe Jaclyn Hill brush collection. This is the shade. This is the brush JH39. I'm gonna be taking a little bit of some spray. Actually, let me use this one. My Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I'm gonna be taking a little bit of that, spraying that, and I'm gonna be taking this gorgeous shimmer, like champagne pearlesque shade called ELALUZ. ELALUZ, I think it's ELALUZ. And I'm just gonna be applying that right here. Like, look at that. I feel like Inner Tear Duct Highlight is so 2016, but with the right look, I think it's appropriate. So we're going back in with the mascara I was talking about, the Item Beauty Lash Snack Mascara. And I am going to be coating these lower lashes, and you guys can see how easy it is because the mascara wand is so micro. I think what also really makes a mascara is the wand. You could have the best formula, but if your wand is trash, the whole mascara application will be trash. Okay, and now we're gonna do the lips. So for lips, I actually have a combo that I just purchased, trio, I should say. So you guys know the iconic Morphe Sweet Tea lip liner, that this is just an iconic product. They recently came out with the Morphe Sweet Tea liquid lipstick. I'm assuming because so many people rave and are obsessed with the Morphe Sweet Tea lip liner. So I was like, I saw this and I got it. And they also came out with these plumping glosses, and they have it in Sweet Tea as well. It's called a Big Sweet Tea. So we're gonna be putting this trio on the lips. For lip balm, as always, during this fall season, I use the Milani Fruit Fetish Pumpkin Spice Lip Balm. This is like my favorite. It keeps my lips so moisturized and ready for the rest of the products that we're gonna be putting on top. Okay, so first of all, we're gonna start off with the lip liner. And now I'm gonna go in with the Sweet Tea liquid lipstick. So now we're gonna be taking the last product, which is the Sweet Tea gloss. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and set the face with our setting spray. I've been loving the one size. I cannot wait to get the full size. The sale, so the Sephora sale, I mentioned last time, I'm like, when is the sale coming? And they just announced it. I think it's gonna be the 1st and 2nd week of November. So get ready for that. I will definitely do a recommendations video, what's on my wish list, what I buy, all that good stuff when the time arrives. But this is definitely on my will buy again list, but the full size. So let's spray. This is the One Size On Till Dawn mattifying waterproof setting spray. I also do have a review on this if you guys want to watch that, where I try this out on my oily skin for the whole day. So I'll have it linked down below, but I really love this stuff. Okay guys, so this is the completed look using all of these new products that I have here today. I really hope that you guys found this video super useful in case you guys were perhaps eyeing some of these products. So please give this video a big thumbs up if you did enjoy watching it and want to see me do more of these makeup tutorials where I try new makeup on the market. I am really intrigued about the new Kylie Cosmetics Halloween collection. Let me know down below if you would want to see that, or if you would want to see a video on the new ColourPop Hocus Pocus collection, because I do have some of the products. So let me know what you guys would want to see, because I want to literally do as much fall spooky season content as I can while we're in the month of October. And with that being said, don't forget to stay safe, stay blessed, and stay beautiful. And I'll be seeing you guys very, very soon for a brand new video. Bye guys.